Hello my dear students, how are you all? I hope that all of you are fine. Dear students, in our previous class we completed chapter 6, that is multiplication. In this class we will begin chapter 7. The name of chapter is division. It is not new for you to divide a numbers by a given number. You are dividing from a standard cube. So here I would like to tell you, first of all, what do you mean by division? Division is one of the 4 basic operation of arithmetic mathematics, which means separates a number or something into different parts or different numbers, or sharing of something into people, group of people, places, etc. and dividing a number by another number. And I hope you must have gone through these types of examples. For example, sharing something among people. As you know, if you are having chocolates and you want to share the chocolates among your friends. Suppose you are having 10 chocolates and you have 5 friends and you want to divide 10 chocolates among your 5 friends. So how many chocolates each of your friend will get? Surely you will divide number of chocolates by number of your friends, then you will get the number of chocolates each of your friend will get. So here it is example, sharing something among group of people. Okay, as you have learned in the previous classes also, if a number is given and it is asked divide the given number by another number. For example, divide 20 by 4. You know how to divide it easily and you can divide it. Okay. So you always remember division means separating something into different parts, sharing something into different people, groups, places, and third one, dividing a number by a given number. Now, when we do this operation, we give each term a different name, or each term involved in the division known as with different names. Here I am going to make you understand. Suppose it is given divide 20 by 4. We have example, divide 20 by 4. So you will surely write it 20 divided by 4. Okay, means then you write solution and then you write 20 divided by 4. Now you know that we write like this also, 20 is divided by 4. So we start to read table of 4 to reach near 20, or it may be equal to 20. So we read table 4 1 ja 4, 4 2 ja 8, 4 3 ja 12, 4 4 ja 16, and 4 5 ja 20. So we exactly got 20 when we read table of 4 5 times. So we write here 4 5 ja 20. We subtract this one and we get difference here 0. Now I am going to make you understand the different terms of division. At here we have 4, here we have 20, and here we have 5. So 4 is divisor. 4 is here called divisor. 20 is here dividend. 20 is called here dividend. 4 division, 20 dividend, 5. 5 is called quotient. 5 is called, sorry, it's spelling it Quotient, quotient, and here is nothing, this place means remainder. So the cross I am written, or you can write at the place of 0 0 also, and this is called remainder. Means in this case we got remainder 0. So these are the terms which involved in division of numbers. It means you can directly write it here 5. 20 divided by 4 is equal to 5. Answer. So whenever this kind of division will come, you will divide like this. I know you know it very well. Even then it is given here, so I am making you understand. Now I am going to discuss with you some properties of division. Since in your book it is directly started from here, properties of division. So the first property is when 0 is divided by any number except 0. 0 is divided by any number except 0, the quotient will be 0. Remember the first property of division. If the dividend is 0 and divisor is a non-zero number, the quotient is 0. Means I am telling you properties of division. Property of division, and the first property is if 0 is dividend and divisor is a non-zero number, the quotient is always 0. So look at here, 0 is dividend and divisor is any number, so it is 4, then quotient will be 0. 0 is dividend, division is 10, quotient will be 0. 0 is dividend, quotient will be 15, sorry, divisor will be 15, quotient will be 0. We are seeing from here, in each case we have dividend 0 and our divisor, here is 4, here 10, here 50. But we are getting quotient 0. So we can say that if dividend is 0, dividend is 0 and divisor is a non-zero number and divisor is a non-zero number, non-zero number, the quotient will be 0. The quotient will be 0. Okay, so this is the first property of division, that if dividend is 0 and divisor is a non-zero number, then quotient will be 0. Okay, now the next property is, if dividend is any number and quotient divisor is 1. If dividend is any number and divisor is 1, then the quotient will be number itself. Meaning, when we divide any number except 0 or 0 also by 1, we get quotient the number itself. Means, when we divide any number, when we divide any number, by 1, the quotient will be the number itself. The number itself. Look at here to see the example. If we are going to divide 5 by 1, so here 5 is dividend and 1 is divisor, the quotient will be 5. If it is 15 by 1, the quotient will be 15. If it is 100 by 1, the quotient will be 100, and so on. So I hope you understood the second property of division, that if dividend is any number and divisor is 1, the quotient will be the number itself. Okay. Now third property. Third property of division is that when we divide a number by itself, the quotient will be always 1 except 0. Okay, means we cannot divide 0 by 0. Writing 0 by 0 is undefined, it is not defined. Okay, so we can say that when we divide a non-zero number by itself, the quotient will be 1. I am writing here, if the dividend and the divisor are same non-zero numbers, if the dividend and divisor are the same non-zero number, the quotient will be 1. So here you have to understand about non-zero number, means a number which is not 0, means we can't write 0 by 0, it is undefined except 0. If any number is going to be divided by itself, the quotient will be 1. For example, 6 divided by 6, the quotient will be 1. 12 divided by 12, the quotient will be 1. 23 divided by 23, the quotient will be 1. 100 divided by 100, the quotient will be 1. So these are the examples. With the help of these examples, you can understand that when a number is divided by itself except 0, the quotient will be 1. Okay, so these are the 3 properties of divisions you have to read here. Now the next topic is division by 10, 100 and 1000. When we divide a number by 10, 100 and 1000, we can directly write quotient and remainder. Look at here. The name of topic is division by 10, 100 and 1000. Okay. So when we divide any number by 10, then we can directly write quotient and remainder. Without actual division you can also write. Look at this example. Suppose we have to divide 24 by 10. Okay. When you divide it, you will observe that it will give quotient and remainder. For example, look at here, I am making a table. So here I am writing quotient UO, and here I am writing remainder. Okay, and here is division. So first I am going to divide outside to make you understand, and thereafter I will tell how you directly write quotient and remainder in this case. 24 is divided by 10. When you divide, you will divide it by 2 times. 10 to the 20. 10 to the 20. You will subtract it, then you will get 4. Means you have your quotient 2 and remainder 4. So you can directly write quotient 2, remainder 4. Now, if we are not going to divide, then actual division. This is called actual division. Without actual division, we can directly write quotient and remainder. Look at here. We can leave one digit if we are having 1 0. Means 10. If we are having our divisor 10 and any number given, we can leave the rightmost digit or digit at one's place as remainder, and remaining digits are as quotient. For example, if it is 2, 5, 2 divided by 10, so you can write the last digit as remainder. So 2 will be remainder and remaining digits will be quotient. So without dividing actually, you can write your quotient and remainder. If you have number 1026 divided by 100, divided by 100, then you see here as 2 zeros here, or we are going to divide by 100. So we will leave 2 digits from right side as remainder. So these 2 digits will become remainder, and remaining digits will become quotient. So we can write here 10 and here we write 26. If we have division 2, 4, 6, 8 by 1000. In case of division 1000, we need 3 digits from right side and remainder, and the remaining digits will be quotient. So here our quotient will be 2 and remainder will be 4, 6, 8. So you can directly write the quotient and remainder without actual division. If you have division 10, 100 or 1000. Okay. So I hope you understood division by 10, 100 and 1000. On behalf of this discussion, you have to do questions of exercise 7.1. So your homework is here. You have to solve questions of exercise 7.1. So thank you students for this class. Bye bye. Please take care.